Nicolo Bulliger suffered just 2 non-scores in the whole of his rookie 2024 campaign. He retired twice just on Sunday in Assen 2 weeks ago. Now he arrives for what's a real home round. He was born just an hour's drive from Cremona, looking to restore his championship advantage. Jonathan Rea making his first appearance of the season due to injury. The 2025 campaign looks, on paper, well balanced thus far. Race 1 gets underway. Great jump from Toprak Razgatlioglu. Good start as well from Alvaro Bautista. So plenty of change in those top positions, and unfortunately it's to the detriment of Sam Lowe. Bulliger leads Razgatlioglu, pushing hard early on. Bulliger holds firm, 0.8 of a second now. The gap to Alvaro Bautista behind as Razgatlioglu makes a bold block pass. Razgatlioglu hits the front, proving he means business here in Cremona. That's bad news, unfortunately, for Andrea Locatelli. Look at the acceleration and the closing speed. Bulliger is through for track position and the race lead here in Cremona on lap number 3. And Bulliger's trying to Razgatlioglu, bold from behind once again into the final turn. It's lap 6, and it's yet another attempt in towards turn 11 from Nicolo Bulliger. He is going to get it stopped this time. And look at the margin he's managed to open up over Toprak Razgatlioglu. 0.4 of a second across that timing line.
You can see there Iker Cremona just making sure that there's a change of position there between the two HRC bikes.
WorldSBK will answer straight back, and the number 7 is back into P7, although he's trying to stick it out around the outside to have the inside on the change of direction. That forces WorldSBK wide. WorldSBK's now offline, but he's managed to cover the inside on Michael van der Mark. That's Cremona coming through on Iannone there for 4th position as they come down the short 400 metre start-finish straight. Surely Iannone's not going to try and come back through there. He is. He relies on Cremona's compliance somewhat, but Iker Cremona then will spare his own blushes by coming through on the inside. And once again, Andrea Iannone fighting as hard as he can. And Iker Cremona, who'd done so well to get through on Andrea Iannone, he can't quite believe it. This is Nicolo Bulliger in total control once again. 3 seconds now his margin over Toprak Razgatlioglu. The first win in Cremona for Nicolo Bulliger puts him on 5 for this 2025 campaign. Toprak Razgatlioglu gets 2nd and Alvaro Bautista 3rd. Despite defeat, it was a brilliant ride from Toprak to hold firm against Bulliger's superior pace in the early laps, and equally importantly, to take 2nd behind Bulliger for the first time since race 1 in Phillip Island. It's the Tissot Superpole race at the 2025 Acerbis Italian round. Poor start initially from Sam Lowe. He's going to be picked off by Alvaro Bautista and Andrea Iannone in towards turn 1. So Lowe's back down to 5th position. Coming through on Remy Gardner, and Gardner's off the circuit, and van der Mark comes around the outside to pass 2 in one go, and Michael van der Mark then bundling his way through into turn 13, and that will shuffle WorldSBK wide, having held briefly that 6th position. Well, you'd said, Steve, it was a good start from Andrea Iannone. We're being informed that it was too good a start for Andrea Iannone, and a double long lap penalty. Only 0.3 of a second now, the gap between the two of them. Alvaro Bautista's dropped off into the low 1:29. This is Danilo Petrucci. He's now through on Andrea Locatelli. So Locatelli losing a lot of ground.
Oh, Cremona's down again.
2nd consecutive race for Iker Cremona that's ended in the gravel trap. But the Superpole race at the 2025 Acerbis Italian round belongs to Nicolo Bulliger. It's back-to-back wins for Bulliger. 2 second places in a row for Toprak Razgatlioglu to limit the damage. And it's the same podium as race 1 yesterday, with Alvaro Bautista coming over the line in 3rd position. Bulliger has now pulled ahead, 6 wins to 4, and by 29 points in the championship. And but for 2 retirements in Assen, he would already have a whole round in hand. Race 2 of the 2025 Acerbis Italian round. It's a good start from Toprak Razgatlioglu. He's not quite close enough to challenge Niccolò Bulliga into turn 1. Andrea Locatelli with a decent start, getting around the outside of Iannone. And Razgatlioglu bunched right in behind Niccolò Bulliga, and just as he did in race 1 yesterday, Toprak jabs down the inside into the final turn of lap number 1. Take 4 now for Niccolò Bulliga, scrapping against Razgatlioglu in towards turn 11. We ride on board with Toprak as he claims the ground through turn 12 and at the final bend where he looks at his strongest. As we see Bulliga again to the inside in towards turn number 11. Toprak Razgatlioglu back wheel up off the ground. Will Bulliga get it stopped in time? He does. It's up to Razgatlioglu to immediately respond. And Iannone now passed by Michael van der Mark as well. So Petrucci up into 4th position. Iker Lecuona runs in wide and Michael van der Mark recovers 9th place. Lecuona responds against Michael van der Mark. So these two have swapped twice already. Van der Mark certainly has more bike underneath him than Andrea Iannone does. Iannone's left the door half ajar and Van der Mark will push it the rest of the way through. And Sam Lowes is there waiting in the wings if it all goes wrong between these two. Brave to do that on your teammates at the final turn. It opens the door for Sam Lowes, who's finally through on Xavi Vierge. Can he get the run down the 400 metres straight in towards turn 1? He can, and Sam Lowes is past Xavi Vierge. Home hat-trick on the way for Niccolò Bulliga, his second, 3 wins out of 3 in 2025. Toprak Razgatlioglu takes second, 1.8 seconds down in the end.
Yeah, it's incredible, especially here in Cremona. One of my worst track, do it here is something special.